Welcome to Plant a Garden TV. How you guys doing today? Hope everyone doing well. Guys, if you enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button. We will truly appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate each and every one of you. Alright guys, so as you see the topic gonna be how to plant bell pepper successfully. Today we're gonna show a whole demonstration how to plant your bell pepper successfully, and we also gonna show you result from exactly how we plant our bell pepper. Alright, so we're gonna show you, give you the whole demonstration. We're gonna tell you how deep we dig the holes. We also gonna give you an idea in container garden as well. All right. Welcome in everyone. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining us on another beautiful day. Well, we get a little rain yesterday and we get a little rain today, which is pretty awesome. And the cloud looking like we're gonna get some rain today again. But today we want to share some information about growing bell pepper successfully. Growing them 8 feet to 9 feet tall successfully and able to produce successfully. So we're going and share some real information, and we're going to show you the proof after. So for the new people who here for the first time, welcome, and please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you can get all the latest update. All right, so we're gonna be in a few minutes. We're gonna kick it off with starting with digging the holes. What size of hole? First, we're gonna talk about the seeds and how to set your seed and what type of soil to set your seed into. This is a very informative live, so guys, please stay tuned and please hit that like button. Please support the channel however you can. We asking you to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can also tell a friend and let a friend tell a friend about this channel. All right, so we're gonna be right in a few minutes. We're gonna get kicking, we're gonna get rolling, and you know every time you come here we have information to give you, real information. All right, so let me get myself together. All right. Now, guys, what first thing we're gonna start out with? Let me welcome some people in the building. Hey, Peter Cooper, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. How is the building going? Pretty well, pretty well. We're gonna do a live this Saturday coming, where we're gonna continue working on that shed. Blessing from England. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Ra. I don't know. Gratitude, more value. Thank you, thank you. Welcoming everyone, welcoming everyone. Just hit the like button. Appreciate each and every one of you. So what we're going to do now, the first thing we want to talk about, we want to talk about the seeds. The first thing we want to talk about is the seeds. Yes, the first thing we want to talk about is the seeds. Now, this is from my experience, guys. This is from my experience, and I'm giving you the secret to grow bell pepper successfully. Massive bell pepper trees successfully. And not just growing massive, but producing beautiful, healthy looking bell pepper. So the first thing we want to talk about, what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about the seeds. The seeds and the sowing of the seeds. Now, I'm going to give you a little trick here, and we call it, we say programming seeds, right? We talk about programming seeds a lot. And some people might say, what do you mean when you say program seed? Well, program seed is something you can do because when a seed germinate, you the one feeding it. You the one giving it the water. You the one giving it what type of soil it need. You the one feeding it. So you the one in control at that moment. Now, what we do for our success, all right, we grow 9-foot bell pepper tree over there, guys. So I'm giving you the secret to this method. We've been doing this for years, so we understand. Now, you get some nice, fresh bell pepper seed. It doesn't matter where you get your bell pepper seed. But I believe in organic bell pepper seed, organic pepper. Like for me, I've been growing my pepper them for years, so there's naturally organic seed. All right, but for the beginner, you got to get whatever you can use for the moment. All right, but now, what we do, hey Nashi, how you doing? Hey Felix, how you doing? Blessing, guys, blessings. Thank you all so much for the support, man. Thank you all for hitting the like button. Yes, so now we got our seeds. We have our seeds and we ready to go. A matter of fact, let me open up a pepper seed and let me do this demonstration right. I want even the baby must able to understand what I'm talking about today. All right? Because we want the information. We want people to understand it's possible. And you don't have to use all kind of stuff out there to get these results. Because some of these results, the things you're using, you're not going to get these type of results that I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to do this and I'm going to take this pepper. I'm just doing this as a demonstration. This is not bell pepper. So I'm not doing it. I'm just doing it just to get the seed that we could do this demonstration. Now, this is the seed. This is the seed here. All right, so we have some seed right here. Okay, that's our seed. Now, we come out in the garden on a bright, sunny morning, on a bright, sunny day, and we look around and we see where the sun shines the most on that day. We look around, and wherever we see the sun shine for at least 8 to 10 hours during that day, that's where we're going to choose to plant our peppers. We're going to choose that area right there to plant our peppers. Then we're going to go, say for instance, right? Say for instance, right in this area here, right here, the sun is shining 6 to 8 hours right in this area here. So we decide, okay, we're going to plant our pepper right in this area because the sun comes down and the sun shine in this area here, on this whole bed right here. Shine down on it for 6 to 8 hours. And we all know that is what pepper require. Pepper require a lot of hot sun. Many different plants, but we're talking about bell pepper today. Now, the first thing you want to do, is come right in the area and grab some of the soil. Right where you know you're going and plant your pepper, you grab some of the soil. You grab the soil and you take the soil and you say, you know what? This is what I'm going and plant my seeds in. You don't have to go anywhere and get no special soil. You come right where you know. Right where you know you're going and plant your pepper. That's where you come and you grab the soil. So you take the soil. This is the soil you take up because this is the same soil you go in and plant them into. Now, you come, you get your soil. You get your soil, and what you do? You take your seed. You do it however you can. Guys, remember, this is just a demonstration I'm giving. I'm giving a demonstration right here. Now, we're taking the seeds and we're setting them in the same soil. In the same soil, you set them at least 1 inch deep. At least 1 inch deep. Remember, this is just a demonstration. I set my peppers them pretty thick. I don't set them in one container. No, I set them all thick with each other just like this. All right? So this is my pepper seed I set right there. So I get some soil and I take it from, remember it's the whole area, right? So you could take from wherever, soil from wherever in this area. So you come and you grab more soil. You grab more soil. Because this is where they're going to be planting in the same area. So now you come and you already sow your seed. So what you do it now, you just cover them. You just cover them. And on that first day, you sow them, you want to give them a nice water, nice soaking. Not too much, just enough for them to germinate. Not too much. You don't want to put too much water, because sometimes the water drowns the seed and they will never germinate. So you just want to wet it just enough to damp the soil. You just want to wet it enough just to damp the soil, and then you just leave it there. You could have it by a window. For instance, if you doing this indoors, which most people gonna be doing it indoors because they cannot do it outdoors because you're living in a cold climate. If you're living in a tropical, this is different. This is a whole different ball game here. In a tropical, you could just go out and set them in the ground and that's it. But when you're dealing with places that dealing with cold weather, you have to do this indoors, maybe in a greenhouse, maybe in your garage, maybe somewhere. But you also want to make sure it has some type of heat In order for these to germinate, they need to be in a warm place. All right, they need to be in a warm place. So you have them in a nice warm place, nice warm place. Then when you do look, you water them, you test the soil with your finger, and once you push down there, you feel it a little damp, you just leave it right there. You don't need to water too much because you indoor. And now your job is to keep these plants alive. That's all your job is. Not to overfeed them, not to overwater them, just to keep them alive. Now, when they germinate, and you see they germinate, sometimes you might see they look leggy. But if you see they leggy, what you do, you grab some soil from the same place, you grab some soil and you come and you throw it around their root. So that when you keep adding soil around their root, what's gonna happen? They're gonna start to generate more root. But you're not giving them too much water. Hey Cordelia, how you doing? Hey Russell, how you doing? You're not giving them too much water. You're just giving them enough water to survive. So now they germinate and they grow nice. So now springtime come and you decide, okay, let's take them out for springtime because the weather is nice now and you had them inside. Maybe they were struggling, but that's not the case. All your job is to make sure they stay alive in a warm, nice place. Make sure they stay alive. Now, in the springtime come and the weather start changing. All right? Remember, you already prepare your soil out here already. The soil is nice, just waiting on the spring. So the plants, them is just waiting on the spring to start planting. So your soil don't prepare, and that's the same soil you sowed these seed into. When you have them indoors, you don't want to give them too much a great treatment because you'd want when you move them, you want to move them into a whole different condition, a better condition, never a worse condition. It always have to be a better condition. So if you sow them in this soil and you transplant them in this soil, you're going to get a serious growth. You're going to get a fast growth. You know why you're going to get a fast growth? Because they already accustomed to this soil. And then guess what? Now they're accustomed to the soil, and when you bring them out, they start to get more water. You start to give them more water now. They start to get more sunlight now. So they're gonna take off. But before we go any further, we want to show you the size of the hole. We want to show you the size. So what we did, we gave a demonstration of how we're gonna set the seed. We did a demonstration of where should you go and get your soil. Some people tell you to do all different kind of thing. You know what? Thank you for saying that. Nashi, thank you for saying that. Because you see now, transplanting sometimes transplanting is not really easy for a planter now. Transplanting is a real delicate process, and sometimes the situation causes the plants not even to recover. That, okay, mommy, how you doing? Blessings. That transplanting process the plant might never get for recover. So transplanting is a dedicated time. This is what I'm telling you here. No, when you transplant, is basically moving it to a better environment, the same soil, better environment, where it start getting sunlight, so it's gonna take off. Why? Because it's in a better situation. Some of the time, we sow our seed in better soil than what we actually gonna transplant it into. And that's where the problem does come sometime, because the soil you transplant them into is worse than the soil you sow the seed into. So let's walk on the size of the hole now, because we talk about the soil, we talk about where to find the soil. Let's talk about the hole now. Remember, you're planting for success. Remember, your goal is for success. And I'm going to give you every details of why I'm planting them in this hole, in this size of hole, okay? All right. So let's go over to the hole now. Hey, Factor, man, how you doing? Now we come over to the hole now. Our recommendation to plant a pepper tree is got to be at least 10 to 12 inches. Most of our plant we plant is 10 to 12 inches deep. Most of the hole is 10 to 12 inches deep. And we're going to show you, we're going to explain to you why we plant our plant this deep. We're going to explain to you. And we're going to show you how to pack this hole as well. But guys, this is for organic gardening. I cannot speak for other type of gardening. I only can speak for organic garden, okay? So now this is our hole. Our hole is down here, and our hole is pretty deep and wide for a pepper tree. Some people might say, man, this is for a fruit tree. But don't be fooled. Don't be fooled at all. You see a fine earthworm down to the bottom down there. No, this, remember, the plants them that we're growing, it growing massive. It growing massive trees. You're talking about 8 feet, 7 feet, 9 feet trees. If you plant a plant that's gonna get 9 feet tall, it have to be planted this kind of depth. This kind of depth. Because when this plant start growing, and it start growing, the root have to anchor itself in the soil. So when the wind blow, all the tree might do is dance. But you will never see it lean down and break out the root, because it anchor in the soil. This is very, very important, guys. You cannot plant a pepper tree 6 inches deep and expect too much from that plant. You cannot plant a pepper tree 6 inches deep and expect too much from it. If the wind blow too deep, too hard, it might bow down on the ground. But when you plant them deep like this, they stand up firm. The only thing you will have to do is brace up their limbs, because when they start producing, the pepper gonna break down their limbs, so you have to stake them. But for the plant to break out the root, no, it's not gonna happen that easy. All right, so that's one point right there. The second one is, deeper down you go, more moist you receive. Deeper down you go, that's where the nutrients lies. The nutrients lies down underneath the surface. The sun does not penetrate down there. The sun penetrates the surface. The sun does not penetrate down there. So there's always moisture down inside there. So the plant receiving a whole bunch of nutrients down inside of it. Now, we're going to find a plant and we're going to give you an idea of what we're talking about. Okay? Guys, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you can. Share the video. This is real information. Plant what prevent the surrounding soil from caving in. Well, you have a solid ground. It's a solid ground, and while the plant is growing, you're going to be adding soil in the ground, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. Let me search for a plant that we can plant and we can do this demonstration. That's a very good question, Kim Rami. Very good question. But let me find a plant now. So this is a plant. So we're going to use this as a demonstration of the seedling. So this is the seedling. And what we're going to be doing here, what we're going to actually be doing here, I'm trying to get this, that we can get right down in this hole here. I hope you guys can see. This is the seedling. So what we're going to do now, look how deep this thing is going, right? And then you're going to really understand the value of planting deep in many, many ways. Check this out. Check this out. Now, we plant this. Look how deep down in it is. It's way down in the ground. The top of the plant is below the surface. But you know what? In this method, this pepper plant gonna grow so fast that you wouldn't even have to worry about anything caving in or anything. This plant gonna be growing so fast and coming up out the ground. So every time, let me show you this. Let me show you this. So when you plant, right, you plant the plant and you pull the soil around it. I hope you guys seeing? Wait, let me see. Okay, so when you plant, I hope you guys can see. When you plant like this, you start pulling the soil around. You pulling the soil around, and you pulling the soil right up to the bottom leaf. You pull in the soil right up to the bottom leaf. Remember, you already prepare this soil ahead of time. You already prepare this soil the fall before. So this soil is really rich and nice and ready. All right? So now, you see, we're bringing up to the bottom leaf. Every time the plant grows, we come and we pull the soil around it. Every time it grows, we come and we pull the soil around it. You see what keep happening there? Every time it grow up. Now remember, this was 10 inches deep down in the ground. Remember, this was 10 inches deep down in the ground. And while it growing and pushing its root, we keep putting soil around it. So all that root that generate from the bottom is covered under the soil where all the nutrients lies. Okay? Now, if you want to do something, you could go and get some compost. So let me get some compost. Let me give you guys an idea. Let me get some compost. All right. So now this plant is receiving a lot of nutrients from the bottom. So we come and we take some organic matter. The pepper love organic matter. So we get these organic matter, and we sprinkle it around. Now, if you notice when I give it the organic matter, I give it the organic matter before it reaches the surface. The best time to add compost to your plant is when it's down in the hole. You need to add the compost down in the hole. Some of us wait until the plant reach up and throw in the compost around. If there's any rain, the rain is washing it away. But if it's down in the hole, all the rain gonna do is soak it down. So the nutrients that's in the hole already is already there. Then we have more nutrients coming from our compost, soaking down to the root. Remember, that big main root is down under here, and that main root is feeding. So the more we give it, is the more it receives. So well, let's go again. So we already give it the compost. So what we do after we give it the compost, we come and we pull more soil around it and we leave it. It still ain't reach up to the surface yet. So the plant grows again. Remember, every time the plant grows, it produces roots. Remember that. Every time it grows, it produces limb, leaf, and root. Check this out. So the plant grows, so every time it grows, we pull soil around it. You see? So the hole keep filling up all the time. The hole keep filling up. Now, okay. So here we go again. The plant grows again. What we do again? We take the soil and we put around it. So you see what's going on there now? There's no bank to cave in. Yes, do you see what's going on there, guys? There's actually no bank to cave in because now the plant is above the ground and now there's no bank to cave in. You know what you now did? You now create a massive root system for that plant. You now create something for this plant to generate a bunch of root. You see? Now this plant have the potential to grow to its potential. Whatever height it wants, wherever it produce the abundance. Because the way you set up this plant, you set it up right. You program the seed. You make sure you program the seed. You make sure you set them in the same soil that you go in and transplant them into. Remember that. All right, you remember to set them in the same soil. So when you bring them out, transplant them, they gonna grow. They're gonna produce in abundance. For the people who following me, they see how my pepper tree produce, and I'm gonna show you guys in a minute. For the new people, how massive my bell pepper trees produce and how massive the pepper them produce. Now, this is a serious demonstration here. And I just want to let you guys know, this is for organic garden. I cannot speak for other garden where people using all type of stuff in their garden. I could only speak for an organic garden. I guarantee you, following these steps, from time to time, you're going to start seeing real result. All right? Thank you so much. Hey, K-Mami say, please double tap. Screen to show. Thank you, K-Mami. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, guys, if you're on your cellular phone, please double tap. You don't get this information nowhere, guys. All right? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate each and every one of you. Same concept as post. Okay, let me see. Mother Nara, hi. Thanks. Great. Thank you. A Destiny Osis. Santa, how you doing? Blessings to everyone. Thank you all for all the support. I just want you guys to take this information to heart and take them serious and apply them, and you're gonna see the result. In a minute, I want to find my shovel that I can give you guys another demonstration with container garden. All right, but before I do that, let me walk over here and show the people the result of that Planter Garden get from his method that he used. All right, all these is bell pepper. For the people who never saw bell pepper tree this tall, 8 feet tall, 7 feet tall, I now harvest a full bucket of bell pepper maybe 2 to 3 days ago. So let me show you the height of these pepper tree. All these pepper tree, you got to push your hand. Look their bottom. That's their bottom. They're well grounded in the soil. Well grounded. Look how tall they is, but they're well grounded. The reason why we put up the stake them is to hold the limbs, because when you see the pepper them start producing, the limbs them come down. If you notice what's going on here, this is pepper coming in here, but we have to tie the limb because we don't want them to break down. But if you notice from the bottom, these peppers stand up by themselves. By themselves, it's just the limbs we got to tie up. Now, this is a 9 feet, 4 inches tall bell pepper tree right here. From the ground come right up. And look the size of the peppers them. Look the size of the peppers them. Huge peppers. Look going up there, look going up there. This is actually a 9-foot bell pepper tree. So when we give our demonstration, we love to come back and show the result, because the result is what's matter. When you look into, all right, I find a shovel. When you look into here, this is bell pepper you seeing right here. All this is bell pepper. Do you see the height of the peppers them? All these bell pepper all down here, watch. You see what I'm saying, guys? So what we talking about, we're not just talking, guys. We're talking with proof. All right? Our result is beautiful. And it's not that you just able to get tall pepper trees. They produce in abundance. They do not stop producing. All right? So it's a great way to grow bell pepper. Now, sister, do you know how to break? No, 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 I really don't. I really don't know. Yes. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do our demonstration on container garden. Because container garden is basically the same concept. Is really the same concept. Container garden is basically the same concept. But like I'm saying, guys, this is an organic. Thank you, Nashi, thank you. This is an organic garden. I cannot speak for other gardeners who using all type of stuff in their garden. I cannot speak for that. I can only speak for a natural garden, all right? Oh man, this pepper looks so pretty right there. All of them start ripening now. Okay. So yes, guys, let's go to container garden. Let's talk about container garden because, guys, if you want me to do a demonstration on container garden, please press 1. Because I also know there's a lot of people who do container garden. So if you want me to do a demonstration on container garden, please press 1. All right. We are 73 people up in here. Okay, 2 people. All right. Only 2 people. Want to see one. Only 2 people. 3 people. Yes, we're going to talk about the depth as well. We're going to talk about the size of the container as well. I really do believe if you're trying to grow a pepper, I really do believe you need at least a 15 to a 25-gallon container. If you're really looking for success. I mean, if you're just growing because you feel like growing some food, some peppers, that's fine. But if you're really looking for success, you have to plan at least, you have to go at least a 15-gallon container to a 25-gallon container. And that's where you're going to get success. So where you're basically going to get, you're going to get the depth, which I still believe you need at least 10 inches depth, 10 to 12 inches depth. Why you might need more, I'm going to explain to you in a minute why you might need more. So we're going to use this study as a container garden. We're going to use this. Yeah. We're going to use this study. Guys, please hit the like button, guys. Please support the channel by hitting the like button. All you got to do is double tap the screen and support the channel with this type of information. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna regret it. All we ask for is double tapping the screen, guys. That's all it takes, guys. It didn't take nothing from you with this type of information to double tap the screen and support. Appreciate you all. All right? Now we're going to do container garden. And I think container garden is it's a very challenging journey. And why I'm going to say it's a challenging journey? Because you're dealing with container. And the container is above the ground. So now the container is above the ground. And now we have the sun. The sun penetrating every side of the container. Every side of the container. Plus on the surface. So in the container, the container receive a lot of heat. The container receive a lot of heat. Check it out here. So we're getting it here, we're getting it here, we're getting it here, we're getting it here. Plus up here. This is why I do not recommend these small containers. The only small containers I might say use if like you're growing some herbs. Some herbs with fine little root, then you could use a smaller container. But when you're growing pepper, eggplant, okra, these type of plants, you need something big enough to basically house this plant. And I'm going to give you some real ideas today how to pack this to help prevent, to help keep more moisture into your soil, to help keep more moisture, because it's important for moisture to be in that container. Is important because like I now show you, the sun penetrates every area, the foreside plus the surface. So now what we want to do, and even from the surface, heat comes up as well. So the first thing we're going to want to do is start getting these remember, there's a lot of different plants out here, and some plants love their root to soak in water. Some plants do not like their root to soak in water. So for a pepper plant, you want to give it a hole in the center. In the center, you want to give it a hole, and maybe you could get 3 other holes besides the one in the center. So remember, we're talking about pepper plant, right? So I'm giving you this demonstration on the behalf of growing peppers. All right? Now, don't hesitate to take, these are weeds that you grow, that you grow in your garden, right? So these are weeds that you grow in your garden, and you cut them down to the bottom. The holes them that you have to the bottom, you're going to start to see earthworms and all kind of bacteria coming up from the underneath into your container, because where you have here, you have a lot of organic matter down inside there. So that's going to help pull them up. So after you do this, you grab your shovel or whatever you have, and you come and you start adding soil. So we're using a 25-gallon container, right? And when we're doing this in the fall. The best time to do this is in the fall. Now what we did, we actually take the soil and we cover this. We cover this. So what we actually doing, we actually creating a system down to the bottom here. Hey Alric Lois, how you doing? Hey Leroy Charles, how you doing? Blessings. You actually creating a system down here where there's gonna be earthworms. There's gonna be a lot of beneficial insect down inside here, living in here, dwelling in here, just like if it's in the soil. You creating the same system like if you're doing it in the garden or if you do in the forest. The same system. So when you create this now, you leave this like that, and what we're gonna do again, we're gonna add a little more compost. So we're creating a nice rich system for the plants. So when we plant and the plants start to push its root, it's gonna be receiving a lot of organic matter, and we all know how bell pepper love organic matter. So what we do, we keep adding, we add our little compost. Again, I got to block up this hole right here. But we keep adding our little compost. So we're building a system in this container. And I guarantee you guys, you walk like this. This is only for organic garden, guys. It works for organic garden. I don't know about other things that other people use. This method is for organic gardening. So what we do again, we come. Now, with this method now, you want to bring it up to across here. You're not going to fold it. You're going to bring it up to across here. So when you, I'm going to show you in a minute. Hold on, let me show you. I'm just trying to block this hole, but I just want to give you guys an idea. You want to make sure you put enough soil. There should always be more soil than compost. If you follow this channel, I guarantee you, your next garden season will be on another level. I guarantee you that. So I'm gonna give you guys an idea now. So now we're not filling the container. We're gonna leave the container like this right here. So now we have compost and we have soil down to the bottom. Come right up across here. So we create a system down here that's gonna help create moisture, which our plant require moisture, because like I mentioned to you, around the container there's a lot of heat that comes down. Rubber presents a lot of heat, metal presents a lot of heat. Anything you use is gonna be a bunch of heat pouring through. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. Hey, Alric, Leroy, Nasha, look forward to trying your method. My couple season also. All right, so you at the right place. Madeline Peters, how you doing? Yes, guys, so as you see here, what we're doing here is preparing the container for the spring. And the way we prepare the container, what's gonna happen is gonna able to, like when you wet your plant or when the rain wet the plant, it's gonna hold some moisture inside of it. So when the heat come and penetrate the plant all day, there's gonna be some kind of moisture. The next thing you don't want is for the root of your plant to hit the inner part of the metal or the rubber, whatever it is. You know, sometimes you plant the plant here and then the plant push its roots go all to over there, and then when it push its root there, it start wrapping its root around. You really don't want that to happen. Why? Because the heat from this metal is gonna burn your root. Do you understand? It's gonna burn your root, and then guess what's gonna happen? Your plant is not gonna grow no further, because the root that's supposed to push and grow, that root is actually getting damaged from the heat. So this is why I always require you to have a big container for your plant. Once the sun ain't penetrating that heat, that root, you stand a chance of better production. Now, when you do this in the fall, when you prepare your soil in the fall, in the spring now, this thing gonna done start breaking down and, you know, beautiful and ready. So what you doing now, you come in now and you opening a hole. You opening a hole. In this case, you ain't even have to plant it that deep. Why you ain't got to plant it that deep? Because there's still enough room for a lot of soil. I never fill my container to the brim. I always leave room. So now when you go now and you get your plant now, let me get the plant. So now we got the plant now. So this is our pepper plant now. This is our pepper plant. Watch here now. This is the plant here now. So now we plant it in the ground. So guess what now? While it's growing, we add more soil. While it's growing, we add more soil. While it's growing, like this, it's growing, we add more soil. While it's growing, we add more soil. While it's growing, we add more soil. So now the soil gonna be full to the surface. The soil gonna be full to the surface. Look how much room this plant have to play with. Do you guys, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Please press 1. Let me know if you understand, if I'm really explaining it that everyone could understand. Now, look the system you have now create in this container for this pepper plant. The container is big, massive container, well put together with organic matter. Well put together with organic matter. Ready, only waiting for that pepper plant. Thank you, Leroy Chance. Only waiting for that pepper plant. So now, if you do this in November, you have November, you have December, you have January, you have February, you have March, yes, April. By the time April, this thing is well breakdown and ready. And I'm gonna show you a little bonus that you could add to this as well. And what I'm telling you here, this is another bonus that's gonna help drawn organic matter to our plant. Let me give you a little something that you can make as well that might be just good for your plant. You also could make composting, and I'm gonna also give you some tips on composting. So composting is something you make and what you can do for the finishing. Let me show you what we're gonna do for the finishing, because during the cold winter we don't want the winter to freeze up our soil. So look what we're gonna do now. So for the winter, what we're gonna do, we're gonna use this as a covering. This is what we're gonna use this for, as a covering. You use that as a covering, and I'm telling you, is that a banana tree in the... Yes, that's a banana tree, yes. Yes, definitely. That's a banana tree. I have several of them. Several of them I have. Some of them is producing at this moment. Yes, guys. So I hope this video today is loaded with information, with container garden, with how to grow bell pepper, how to grow all these type of stuff. It's just amazing, guys. This is real information. This is how we grow our garden. We do not use nothing besides what we have in our soil. We have the weeds, we have the leaf that fall from the tree, and all the trees in our garden, all their leaf goes back to the soil. Look, for instance, I did a live yesterday talking about rainwater, talking about rain, and because we didn't get no rain for like 2 months. And since we didn't get no rain for 2 months, what do you think happened? You could have seen their leaf where the sun penetrating them. But the way they plant so deep that it wasn't affecting their root. So they still was producing. But within their leaf, you could have seen where the sun is really taking a toll on them. And we get some rain yesterday, just a little, nothing much. Just a little, and you could naturally see the difference You could naturally see the greenness into the plants. You could naturally see the greenness, how green they are. And this is October, guys. We're heading for October at this moment. But the way they plant so deep, these plant so deep that the sun, even though we don't get rain for 2 months, I still will able to get production. This garden is a full proof of that. Even though you don't see no rain for 2 months, your plants will still produce. With that method I now show you, that method of in-ground garden, plant your plant at least 10 to 12 inches deep. If you're doing it in container, you also want to make sure you have a big container. Now, what are you, a 5-gallon bucket? Yes, you could plant a lot of things in 5-gallon bucket. But there's a lot of things you cannot plant. Yes, you could plant them, but the production. Like I now explained to you with this container here. Now with this container, this root have more than enough room for a pepper plant. More than enough. More than enough. I'm going to show you guys a 12-foot pepper. This was a 12-foot Poblano pepper last season. I still have a part of it in the ground. This is a pepper tree. This pepper tree was 12 feet tall last year. This pepper tree right here, 12 feet tall. If you go on my community page right now, I have 3 pepper tree for 3 straight years. Last year I grew a 12 foot. This year I grow, this one is a 9 foot over there, heading for 10. No, last year was a 10 foot. This one heading for 10 feet again. And the year before was a 8 foot. The 3 of them, I had to stand on a ladder to reach their top. So you could check that out. Hey, Pure Grow, what's up, man? Blessing to the eye. Blessing. Yes, it's dead. It's not alive. Look at it. It's not alive. But it's like a souvenir to me. It brings back memory. You see what I'm coming from? It brings back memory. This was a 12-foot tall pepper tree last year. And the reason I want to pull it up because I want to give you guys an idea. Or should I really don't want to. But the reason why I want to give you guys an idea of how big a pepper tree root spread. I don't want to just pull it up because, oh, you see, that's the same thing. You see, the root rotten away, so you couldn't see the root. But this is it here, guys. This was a 12-foot pepper tree last year. 12 feet, no, sorry guys, 10 feet tall. 10 feet tall pepper tree last year. And we heading for the record right over there. Maybe this one here, we heading for the record with this one right over here. Who knows? Maybe we might beat that record with this one here. This one here is over 9 feet tall, so I'm believing we're gonna break the record because we still have some time. But yes, guys, but so today, man, guys, please hit that like button. Please take me to 60 likes today, guys. 60 likes today. Double tap on the screen. Is always information here, and we do live demonstration. We show you how we do it, and then we also take you right over to our plant and show you the result. Hey, Pure Grow, how you doing? Blessings, blessings. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. How you all doing on this beautiful evening? Thank you all so much for all the support. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you stick around this channel, guys, you will be a garden pro. I'm telling you. You will be an organic garden pro. Stick around this channel. And also, what we also do, we also cook outdoors. We also cook in the forest, in the bushes. We building a shack in the shed just for information purpose, just for the people to see how people survive, live off the grid. We're not sending you out there to live off the grid. It's only for information purpose only. So we have a lot of content coming. We also, and what we're doing most of them live. We also have 3,000 videos on our channel that you can surely go and check out. So guys, listen to me. We do live, but we also have videos on our channel. Could you guys please go over to my channel and check out some of my videos, and please hit the like button. You would not regret it. Every video you click on, it's about information. All right? Thought pepper tree come back. Yes, pepper tree come back depending on where you at. Depending on where you at, pepper tree comes back. You also could overwinter pepper tree. You could overwinter pepper tree as well. And I just feel, if you guys, all right, take me to 60 likes, and I will stick around, and I will show you guys how to overwinter a pepper tree. Which gonna be this pepper tree I'm gonna overwinter. This one right here. I'm gonna just show you guys how to overwinter. Thank you, Pilgrim and Blessing. I'm at work, but see you live. I had blessing, brother, blessing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dark Lumen. Thank you, Pure Growth. Thank you, Dark Lumen. Appreciate you all, man. Guys, take me to 60 likes, and I'm going to show you guys how to overwinter a pepper plant live on Planter Garden TV. Thank you all so much, man. Thank you all for acknowledging my skill and my information, because the way we do it here, we do it in a form that you understand and you know that he's real with what he's saying. He not just come in and tell you a bunch of stuff. He's showing you. And I'll show you guys a whole demonstration. Hey, thank you, Mali. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Novi for off grid. That's where we all will be. That's right, that's right. Always brigade, Bridget, yes, help. Yeah, man, thank you. Appreciate it, brother, appreciate it. Thank you guys for your support, man. I appreciate it. You guys will not regret it on Planter Garden TV, because Planter Garden TV show you. Thank you, Pyogo, for the gift, man. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, man. Guys, and remember, you guys can support by super chat. You can support by, different things. You could support by hitting the like button. I mean, you could support anyhow. We appreciate you guys either way. You understand? Even if just hitting the like button, we appreciate it. All right? And we appreciate you guys for even joining us in this live. Thank you, thank you. Yes, this garden, and look, guys, we're still in October, and our garden is still loaded with food. We still have food to harvest. We still have pepper. Our garden still loaded with food. All right? So the proof is before your eyes, guys. The proof is right before your eyes. The way Planter Garden do his garden, the way he plant, the way he take care of his soil, he show all of that. Over 3,000 videos out there. I need your support, guys. Yes. K-Mommy, thank you so much. Appreciate you as well, man. K-Mommy, I don't. Do you want to be a moderator for this channel? I have to ask. I was appreciated, plant. I will keep you in. Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks everyone, man. You guys are so amazing, well supportive. The truth is, you guys make me wanna be out here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the floating heart. Thank you for the floating heart. That's a massive amount of knowledge. Yes, 3,000 videos, man. And you know all them videos is loaded with information. All of them. Every one of them. This pumpkin is really this pumpkin is mature, man. And I still, you know what? I still see young pumpkin coming out still. I still see the pumpkin is producing, still producing. Still producing. I see young one. So the vines them is running all over. So you got to be very careful because you really don't want to mash up. And over here, we have a bunch of edibles still left to harvest over here. Okay, I see. You see, up inside we have a couple pumpkin up inside it too. But if you want, you might mash the vines and that's where it all things. You see, all right, this one here, this one look like it's pollinated. Yeah, this look like one that's gonna be coming. So the pumpkin them is still producing at this moment. All right. So the way we grow our food, guys, it's amazing. I think, hey Bobby, how you doing? I think mulberry start coming in the spring. In the springtime. Around the springtime they start producing. And down here, guys, loaded with. Oh, okay, that's good, pure good, that's good. That's good. I see your pumpkin doing well, man. I see your pumpkin doing well. Look, I have one here. Even this pumpkin here, this tree here was covered in this pumpkin vines here. And then when I wasn't even seeing it because there was so much weeds around here. And then when I do look, I see the little pumpkin vines under this tree, choking it. And then I clear it up and then then I see it start to run and it start to push flowers. I ain't see no pumpkin. I see I have a female there, but I don't know. And for the people who don't know the difference between a female pumpkin, the female and the male, I'm gonna give you an idea of what is the female and what is the male. That's what I'm telling you guys, is always information over here. And we do this several times, but we know we always have new viewers. So for the new viewers, welcome to our channel. We appreciate you. Thank you all so much. This is the male. If you notice, the male does not have anything to the bottom. All it have is the stalk and the flowers. This is the male right here. You see down in there? This is the male. That's how the male pumpkin looking. That's the male. So I'm gonna show you the difference. Take me 60 likes, guys. Take me to 60 likes and I will demonstrate on that overwintering pepper, or I might just leave it for another life. Maybe I might just leave that for a special life where I'm only overwintering pepper plant. It's not something I have to do, but just for my supporters. Just for my supporters. Yes. Yes. Thank you all, yes. Comes in the spring, yes. About to harvest soon. All right. My mulberry tree is doing great. All right. Thank you all. All right, so now look the difference. You see the difference? That's the female down here. So the female form a pumpkin and it have the flowers to the top. So this is the male that pollinate the female. So when the bees go down into this and the pollen get on top of them, what they do, they goes over to this one, goes down in there. It also could be a fly. Anything possible can create the pollination. Sometimes it can be the wind. But this is the female. Look how beautiful the female looking. Look how beautiful the female looking. Ain't the female looking beautiful? And this is the male. Where we notice that happening as well with the rain. You see, since the rain start coming, you know what I saw? I start to see a lot of female coming out. You see, that's another female right there. And when I look up here again, I see a female there and another female right there. So right in this area here, we seeing like 4 female right here from that new growth. So you see, the rain, the water from the rain is special to our plant. There's no water is better than rainwater for plants. Anytime rain comes and wet your plant, it's like something magical happen. Do you guys notice that? Do you notice? Yes, she's beautiful, Mali. Yes, do you notice? Every time the rain come and hit our plants, something magical happen. All right, guys, I need a few more likes to dig up this plant as a demonstration. Subscribe to the channel, guys. You see, because what? We still have a lot of pepper that this thing could produce. This is actually a I think it's a monkey face pepper or a ghost pepper. But this is a pepper plant that I can, you know what? I'm gonna do it because I seen a lot of people hit the like button because they're interested in seeing it. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it just for the sake of you guys. Because you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. So I'm gonna do it just for you guys. I'm gonna overwinter it. The only thing I'm not gonna do is clip them, but I'm gonna show you exactly what you can clip, or maybe you can just put it directly in the container. So let me find an old container that I can show you guys how I overwinter pepper, or how to overwinter pepper. So for instance, if you live in a zone these are real old container, guys, so they're not gonna be clean. They're not gonna be clean. These old containers, dirty, but just for you guys, to give you guys this demonstration. Oh yes, I surely have to give you guys this. You guys are amazing. Thank you all for supporting me on this channel and this journey. Thank you all for acknowledging that what I'm doing is something positive and I'm sharing real information with you guys. Thank you all for acknowledging that. So just for the sake of you guys, I'm gonna show you guys how to overwinter your pepper plant if you have pepper and you're living in a zone where they cannot grow through the winter. This is a perfect way to try and overwinter your plant. Okay. Remember, when we overwinter this, I'm gonna do a full live and overwinter in pepper plant, but that's gonna be in the middle of November. In the middle of November, I'm gonna be digging a plant just to show you guys, not for the sake of me overwintering anything, because I don't have to overwinter. All I gotta do is start them indoors. All right, so I'm doing it with one hand, guys, so it's gonna be a little challenging. All right, so now this is the pepper plant right here. This is a hot pepper plant right here. Hey Philip, how you doing? Hey Lynette, how you doing? Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Appreciate each and every one of you. Now, we're trying not to damage this root too bad. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come and we're gonna try to wake up the soil around it. And we're gonna try to dig a little deep. All right. We actually try not to damage. Yes, you're gonna damage some root. It's obvious you're gonna damage some root, but you try not to. If you can save it, why not? That's right, Pyogo. Positive vibes only. Yes. All right, so we try our best. We try our best not to damage much of the root, which we know some of the root damage, which this one is the main root, which is this right here. This is the first root that push out, the first one. From the seed, this is the one that push out and just keep pushing, growing. This is the one who searching for the nutrients. This pushing its way and pushing its way and finding the nutrients. All right? So now, this is the plant right here. The main root is damaged, but that's all right. So now, we put this there, and what we do, hold on. The truth is, you could cut off by the fork right here. You could cut off there, and just fold it up with soil. It's hard for me, guys, because I have... Remember, this is just for you to carry it indoors and keep it alive. This is not for it to grow into, really. This is for you to keep the plants alive. Not for you. This, I would not grow it in this container because for me, this container is not big enough. So now what I'm gonna do, what you can do, you could clip this limb and you could clip this limb and you water it. You soak the container with water, because when you take it in, you're not gonna be watering like that. You hardly gonna be watering it like that, all right? Once in a blue moon, you might give it a little water. The goal is to keep this growing. Not even growing, just keep it surviving. Just make it able to survive. So you're not gonna be worrying about it pushing out leaf and that. No, it might go to dormant, meaning drop all the leaves, some of them, and some of them hold on a few leaves, depending on the temperature you have them into. All right, but this is overwintering right here, guys. You dig it up, you get a container, you put it in the container, and you wet it, you soak it with water, and take it indoors, whether in your greenhouse, indoors. Then what's gonna happen? In the spring, you bring it back out, and then you just see it start growing. You see leaves start pushing back out, and then you ain't gotta worry about starting from seed if you do all your plants like this. But me now, I don't have to do this because I start my seeds from indoors, and then I bring them out in the spring. Then I have enough time to harvest. So just like this, guys, you see what I'm saying, guys? We show you information live, guys. So don't hesitate to hit the like button. Don't hesitate to support this channel, because we're giving you real information live at Planter Garden TV. All right? And we don't just give you the information. What we do, we give you results. We show you results. All right? So just like that, you could leave it. I'm going to leave this outdoors because the weather is still good. But when the weather starts changing, what we do, we just take it indoors. Maybe clip off some of the limb and just take it indoors. Just like that, guys. Overwinter pepper. Just like that. Now, this is another one you can overwinter. This is another beautiful one you can overwinter as well. But like I said, for me, overwintering them don't make any sense, because look, all these start from seed, and look how they're producing. They're producing enough. But there's a lot of people, if you like up in zone 5, zone 6, these type of zone, your best bet is overwinter. Your best bet is overwinter. Like this type of pepper here. I try to overwinter this plant last year right in the garden, but it didn't work out well. It really didn't work out well. Try to overwinter it. Didn't work out well because the weather was really cold. But you can do it. If you can do it, if you take it indoors, might be in your garage. And if you do it in your garage, you want to make sure that the garage is not too freezing, because it needs a little heat. All right? Do you save your seed? Oh yes, I save my seed. I have thousands of pepper seed. Thousands of pepper seed. I will be coming out with my seed collection one day, because my seeds and them is, when you talk about organic seeds, that's what my seeds and them are. When you talk about natural seeds, that's what my seeds and them are. Because I've been growing them for years, and I grow them natural. So this is what you call organic seeds. And now you say, oh, seeds. I have thousands of okra seed. You see what? Watch here. This is okra seed right there. Thousands. So I have to walk around in the garden, and I have to get all the okra seeds, because you see all this is okra seed. I make sure I leave, you always make sure you leave back a few for seeds. One of these seeds will give you a lot of seeds. So there's a bunch of seeds right here. I'm gonna do a live harvesting seed as well. Beautiful seed, guys. I love, she say I love okra. Remind me of, no, okay, yeah, beautiful okra seed right here. So for next garden season, we ain't gotta worry about okra seeds. We have our okra seeds ready. And this is just fresh one. We have a lot, thousands of okra seeds. I'm telling you right now, thousands. And if you keep them in the right place, they will last for a long time. If you keep them in the right place, with the right, they will last for a long time. Some of them I have the tree. You see like how I have a tree growing, a massive okra tree, and I did not harvest any from it, not one I harvest from it, and all of them is on it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going and no, I don't put down wood chip, but wood chip is something good too. Wood chip is good too, especially if you get in the wood chip from somewhere that's, the trees them is growing natural. Wood chip is beautiful. You could put them down and it could break down into your soil. So wood chip is good. For me, it's just depending on where you're getting it from. All right? And yes, my sorrel, guys, my sorrel. This is my sorrel. You see they start closing back up now. They start closing back up now, guys. So what does happen? They does grow like this one. It's gonna grow and then it's gonna open and produce a nice, beautiful flowers. And then, okay, let me show you the flowers. There's always new people up in here, so I'm trying to, show these. Some people, show these things to them. Because there's always new people. This is a sorrel plant right here. This is how they grow. They start growing like this. Then they open like this. Then after you see they open, you see the flowers start closing back like this. And the plant just close right back. Just like how this looking. And that's when ready to harvest. Yes. Hey, Ambrose Peters, how you doing? What's up? How you doing? Blessing. Yes, guys. So this is the result from an organic planter. My name is Planter, an organic planter. This is the result from his garden. He gave you the details, he gave you the information that you can follow step by step and you can get the same result like him. This is a pigeon peas, guys. For the people who never saw a pigeon peas, this is one right here, growing right here. All right? All right, so question and answers before I end the live. Do we have any question about gardening? Question and answers, guys. Do we have any question? Question and answer. Hey, Wen, how you doing? Blessings. Does anyone have any question? Do you grow Carlo? I think you call them Edos. Oh yes. Oh yes. you yes, yes, yes. This is it right here. Edos. I know harvest Edos there. This is it right here. That's right. That's right. You know mentioning that and watch it. No harvest some here. Look right here. I harvest these right here. Yes, this is sweet potato over there. That's sweet potato. This is Edos. All this is Edos. I harvest right here that I have to. Yes, well, that depends on where you are. If you're living in a tropical, maybe it's not too late. But if you're living in cold, yes, I harvest over 100 pounds of Edos already. Over 100 pounds. This is just Edos I'm just harvesting from time to time and just throw them up right here. Hey, Dan, how you doing? I was driving, I couldn't say anything. Okay, all right. Be careful, all right? Thank you, Frankie. All right. Yes, yes, yes. This is such a beautiful day. Guys, I'm not giving out my location. I'm sorry. I'm only giving information, not giving my location. Sorry, guys. I'm not here for location. I'm sorry, only giving information. But I know about many of the zone. Hey, May, how you doing? Many of the zone, I know about the growing condition. I know some of the zone you cannot grow. You some zone you got to start earlier than some. Some, like for instance, bringing out your plant. Some zone you got to wait till May to start bringing out plant. Mali in zone, okay. Well, Mali, you in a pretty decent growing zone. You could Mali, you could basically grow anything. Everything I'm growing, you could grow in the zone you in. If you in zone 8, you could grow potato, you could grow edos, you could grow okra, and you have a show long growing season. You could grow sorrel, you could grow banana, but you might have to overwinter them. You will have to overwinter your banana. But you could grow everything I'm growing here. You could grow pumpkin, you could grow dasheen. You can actually grow everything I'm growing here in your zone. You basically have a pretty long growing season. Melly, you have a longer growing season than people in zone 5, zone 6. You could grow anything. You can grow anything in your zone. All right? Banana doing well, guys. Hey, Frankie C. Thank you, Frankie C. Blessing, blessing. You see my banana there, guys? That's banana right there. I think it's like a fig. It's not really the long banana. It's not like the real long banana. It's like the fig. It's basically fig. All right? So guys, all we do on this channel, all we do on this channel is try to motivate others that they can, if you have the space, you can actually grow something. If you notice here, no, I'm not saying, why am I giving that? Why? I'm doing live and I'm not giving out that information, guys. I'm sorry. If you want to ask me about your zone and ask me what you can grow in your zone, I can help you with that information. But telling you where I located and all these things, people don't do that. I'm sorry for that, guys. You have any information, I love the channel. Thank you. I see, I appreciate it. His garden is beautiful. Thank you. If you want me to, listen me guys, I'm open to answer question. If you want to, if you're in a zone, you're in zone 6, you're in zone 7, you're in zone 8, you're in zone 9, you're in zone 10, you can ask me and I can answer to the best of my ability. That's all I'm doing. I'm sharing information about gardening and I'm trying to encourage and show you guys that you can do it. It's not impossible. So if you in, for Melly, the person we're sitting in zone 8, you can grow a lot of things. No, I ain't seen no bears. And I'm not trying to see them either. I never see any, and I'm not trying to see any either. I'm not interested. I see bud. I see man, I ain't interested in seeing none of them things. But yes, guys, it's another amazing day, another amazing day. Beautiful. I just want to say again, as always, thank you all, man. You guys are amazing. Thank you all for the support. Thank you guys for coming out here and being, you know, hitting the like button. That means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Green pepper plant, thank you. Oh, well, okay. Now, she say it's very hot. Zone 8 is very hot, but nice. Very hot in the summer, basically. Well, basically, if you follow this channel, we're gonna give you information how to plant your plants, that even your plants is not getting the rain, they're still gonna survive. And in this video, guys, this was a live, we show some real information. We talk about container garden, we talk about in-ground garden. We was talking about how to plant pepper trees. So if you interested, all you gotta do, get your popcorn or your coffee and sit back, you and your family, and watch the live, and take notes. Watch the live and take notes. This live is loaded with information on how to grow bell pepper tree in container and in ground, in raised bed. Loaded with information. So get your popcorn or your coffee, sit back with your notebook and take some notes. A matter of fact, every video you watch from me, you should have your notepad. You should have your notepad. If you're trying to grow an organic garden, if you're trying to grow an organic garden, any video you decide to watch for Plant a Garden TV, make sure you have your notebook or a notepad. Sit down and enjoy and write down as much note as possible for your next growing season. You want to be successful, you want to be growing garden without spending a bunch of money, you at the right place. And I guarantee you, your results will be on another level. People will want to ask you how you get your plants them to grow like that. Yeah, people will want to know how when people stand up and watch your plants them. I'm telling you, seeing these plants on camera is different than seeing them live. If you stand up here and stand up between these pepper trees and see how these pepper trees is over your head. Pepper trees you're talking about, you know. You're talking about pepper trees. Is over your head. You have to stretch your hands up to harvest from them. You will be amazed, I'm telling you. So seeing it on camera and seeing it real life, it's a real different situation. I'm telling you. So your result will be different. Your result will be different. Once you follow in Plant a Garden TV, your garden result will be different. And it's not just going to be one season. It's going to be every season. Matter of fact, you're going to be seeing greater result every season. Every season, you're going to be seeing greater results. I'm telling you. So our plants that we overwinter, we got to give it some water. Especially how we're not getting rain these days, you surely want to give it some water. So if you overwinter a plant, let me see. All right, let me read some comment now, guys. Let me read some comment now. Hey, so bless, how you doing? I need to bring a coca sack and a shovel. Come get some nice pepper plant. Yes, you should. You should. You should. You should. Come and get some of these pepper plant. You won't miss. So bless I won't miss them. Hey, hey European, how you doing? My pepper won't grow in 100 weather. They start growing when it gets under 100. Okay, mommy said, planter, I was at work and now headed for a home I like to support. So I will consider question you pose with moderation. Always glad to be here when able and well. All right, thank you. A wealth of knowledge and understanding here. That's right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Okay. Let me see. That's why you plant them peppers so deep. That's right. This is you know, I give away the secret to you guys many ways. Many ways. And it's not just pepper you plant deep, you plant everything deep. You plant everything you can deep. Your results will be different. They are growing. So you pepper them growing now, Mali. Okay. That's wonderful. Cocoa tree and pepper tree. Planter, one other question. I know you do seed programming where you take soil sample for seed germination. Sometimes I compost in the earth so that soil has managed to become different from the sample. Okay, all right. Mr. Kimami, does have an effect on the transplant. Will my transplant recognize that as a place of origin? All right. Okay. When I say program seed, I mean it's one of the best thing I ever try. One of the best thing I ever try, and it really works. All right. Say for instance, right? You have your compost pile. You have your compost pile, and you have the soil. So you have the compost pile. Hey Judith Griffins, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. I will truly appreciate it, guys. Thank you all so much for your support. Yes. Now, okay. Like for instance, if okay, let me go over here. This is my favorite pepper patch, right? This is my favorite spot to plant pepper. This is a spot where my pepper them grow in abundance. And this is where my pepper tree them grow 8 feet, 9 feet tall. This is the spot. No, and I think you was in that live, K-Mami. I think you was in that live when I did programming seed. I think you was in that live. I think you was there in this live. Right in this area here. I remember preparing, there was a live I did preparing this same area here. This same area. And I even set some seed from the soil. So when after you prepare your soil, and what you do now, when you're ready to set your seed, you come out and you take the seed from the soil, from the area where you go in and plant your pepper, because you don't prepare your soil already. So now you come in and you take in the soil from the area, and that is the soil you go in now and take to sow your seed into. So even though if you add compost to it, what's gonna happen is it's supposed to become a soil with more nutrients inside of it. So it's always better when you transplanting to transplant it into a richer soil or the same soil than a weaker soil. If you transplant them into a weaker soil, you basically reversing the process, because now this plant have to start getting acquainted to this soil that have no nutrients. The soil you have is loaded with nutrients. The one you move it from, don't move it to, don't have no nutrients. So the plant's gonna be struggling. Now, if you put it in if you add compost and the compost add nutrient to the soil, it's gonna make it even richer. So yes, it will enjoy that soil. But if you transplant it into something poor, like a poor soil, that's when it's not gonna recognize it, because it's something different, it's not used to. It accustomed to nutrient, is accustomed to minerals. So if that soil is lack of nutrients and minerals, then that's when you're gonna see a difference. But once you add more nutrients, that's what it wants, that's what it loves. So it will adjust itself to more nutrients, but adjusting itself from receiving nutrients to no nutrients at all, that's gonna be a problem for the plant. That's gonna be basically reversing the cycle instead of pushing forward. Did I explain? Did I help? Did I break it down enough? Yes, I was there in the live plant. A very interesting, I thought. Yes, exactly. I remember you was there. Yes, yes. And you see, you was there in the live. You see, this is what this channel is about, guys. This channel is living testimony. And there's people who could say, yes, I remember. I did a live preparing this soil where you see all these massive bell pepper tree. I did a live where I was talking about programming the seed for these same peppers right here. And this is the result. And I have living testimony. All right? So, full proof of what we're doing. And it had nothing to do with boasting, guys. It's all about result. Because if I got to come out here and I got to talk about how to plant, and I'm telling my audience how to plant, how to do this, how to do that, I have to come up with the result. If there's no result, you know what I'm coming from, guys? So this is why I believe in showing results. What I love about this garden season, I did live in my whole journey. I did live from last November, where we was talking about program seed, where we was talking about how to sow seed, how to keep your seedling indoors. We did all them video live. And this, the result. And then during this year, we was actually talking about how to plant, how to take care of your plant, making composting. All these things we talk about. And this is the result, guys. So what we're going to do now, we're going to give our pepper tree and guys, composting, if you have the space, making composting is also something good. So what I'm feeding this with right now is compost tea. I'm feeding it with compost tea, so that's gonna help add some nutrients for it during the winter. So you give it some compost tea for carry it through the winter, even though it's not gonna be really growing like that during the winter, but at least give it some nutrients to feed from during the winter. And before you take it indoors, you wanna make sure, yes, you wanna make sure, you see, that's organic matter right there, guys. Organic matter, liquid organic matter. Liquid organic matter. This is it right here. So we're going to give our plant some liquid organic matter. Why we call it liquid organic matter? Because it made from organic matter, which is leaf and the tree body, the body of the tree trunk, which is these. All right? So we have a full-blown organic garden, guys. A full-blown organic garden. All right? So we love to show the result. Wait. Molly said, I don't know okra and pepper can grow tall into trees. Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, yes. Oh, so blessed. Oh, the plant, a pepper plant, grow into pepper trees. That's right, so blessed. That's right. That's right, sis. That's right. That's right. So it tells you, that what method I'm using is actually working. So this is a plant we know overwinter, but we want to make sure we wet the soil because the sun is hot these days. You're not getting no rain. So you want to water it. And you see how I'm watering it, guys? You water it and you allow the water to soak down. So before you take it indoors, you make sure you give it a nice water down, and just leave it. You cannot be over doing it by wetting it every minute. All right? Before you take it in, you give it a nice soak. And just take it indoors and just allow it. You see, guys? So at Planter Garden TV, we share live information and we share the result. Also, I want you guys to tune in on Saturdays. On Saturdays, we do outdoor cooking. We do outdoor cooking on Saturdays, and we are in the forest. In the forest, we do outdoor cooking, and we also build in a shed, and it's for information purpose only, because we're not sending anybody out there to go and try to live in the bush. It's only for information purpose, meaning to show you, give you ideas of how people survive in living off the land. We also have some project going on. Where I was to do that project, continue that project today, but the weather was looking pretty like it wanted to rain. So that's the reason why I didn't do that project today. But I'm doing a project of building outdoor oven. We're showing you live that we're building outdoor oven. So tune in, guys, tune in for that. Maybe if the weather is good tomorrow, I might do that live. And on Saturdays, we tune in because that's when we cook. That's when we cook and walk on our shed at the same time. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because these will be some interesting, fun videos that you could just sit down and enjoy with us. All right? So please hit the notification bell that you can be notified. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you can always get notified that when we go live, you can join us. Because everyone, welcome. We welcome you with an open heart. We just want to have positive conversation that we all can learn from each other. That's what it's about. All right? Yes, beautiful day guys, beautiful day. I think tomorrow, if the weather is good tomorrow, we're gonna be cooking some edibles tomorrow and eggplant again. Real strong food if the weather is good tomorrow. All right, and some hot pepper. So yes guys, thank you all again. You guys ready for me to go? If you're still enjoying, press 1. Or if you're ready for me to go, press 2. Because I still got work to do. I got work to do here, but I'm just sharing with you guys. Always something to eat, eh? Man, these tomatoes is so beautiful. Man, always something to eat. Beautiful, look at them. See here, this eggplant is so heavy, it break. You see? Wow. Every day, guys, every day you put your foot in this garden, there's food to harvest. Every day. You could put your pot on your fire and you can come out here and you know for sure you have food to eat. That's all you gotta do. Put your pot on your fire, walk out here with a bowl and a shovel, and you know for a fact you have food to eat. Yes, guys, on this, when this garden season is over, there will be a lucky winner. Someone will be winning a nice pack of seed. Someone will be getting pepper seed from a 9-foot tall bell pepper tree. Someone will be getting seed from all my peppers that I have growing in the garden. Someone will be getting edibles. So someone will be collecting in okra seed, pepper seed. How much type of pepper? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different type of peppers. Okra seed, pumpkin seed, squash seed. Someone gonna be pretty lucky to win. Someone of my supporters gonna be lucky enough to win a seed package from Planter Garden TV. Just for the appreciation, just to show you guys how much I appreciate you all, and just for you guys to, somebody to have some seeds, just as Planter Garden TV. Yes. Hey Maury, how you doing? Blessings, Zaya. Alright? Somebody gonna be lucky enough to end up with a whole package of seed, different type of seed from Planter Garden TV. Alright? Truly appreciate you all. Thank you all for your support. Thanks for joining this live. Just taking your time and join this live. Thank you all for hitting that like button. Truly appreciate it. That means the world to me. That shows me that people appreciate what I'm doing. Thank you all so much. Hey Tracy, how you doing? Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. If you're new, if you are here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome to Planter Garden TV, the home of the natural. Alright? Thank you all so much. If you're willing to grow your food natural, you are at the right place, guys. Alright? Okay, guys, one more like for 70. Could you guys take me to that 70 like? One more like to take me to 70 like, guys. Double tap your screen, guys. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen, guys. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you all so much, man. Thank you all so much. Real supporters, man. Real supporters. That's why I'm coming out here and show you guys this information that you could apply them and see if they work for you. And tomorrow, join us tomorrow, guys. If the weather is good tomorrow, we gonna be walking on our outdoor grid, our outdoor oven. All right, we're doing it live, so join us tomorrow, maybe about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and let's get it going. All right, you could always go back and check out my live them. Please leave a comment and let me know you come over from the live. I will appreciate it. I have over 3,000 videos on my channel loaded with information about gardening. It's like an university. All right? So I want to thank you all. Appreciate each and every one. You guys have a blessed and wonderful evening. See you guys tomorrow. And remember, tune in Saturday afternoon, because we're going live. We're going to be walking on our shed, and we're going to show the lifestyle cooking off of wood fire. Please tune in, guys. Please hit the subscribe button as well. Peace. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace. Hey, Jesse Farm. Oh, thank you, J3GS Farm. Yeah, we know ending the life, brother. We know ending the life. Glad to see you, man. Welcome, welcome. But we're going to be here tomorrow, so you could always join us tomorrow. All right? So you guys have a blessing, peace and blessing, peace and blessing. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, all right? Peace.